Have you ever wondered about cannons in Japan? We very rarely get to see them, except usually by Japanese films, which most people don't watch. Now, the pictures you see here are from one of my Nato Ryu secret scrolls that I've yet to publish, but will eventually be done in the Book of Samurai series. But we don't really discuss how much there is a difference between Western guns and the original Japanese guns. They were there. The Japanese had some form of cannon and use of gunpowder and everything. But it is clearly the Western guns which seem to take over. But we very rarely talk about artillery with the samurai. I'm doing this in association with the other YouTubers out there, the guys that are trying to keep the samurai alive, Tadagenji, Sengoku Studies, the Shogunate. We're all there trying to do it. And what we're trying to do is bring you guys to an understanding of a deeper understanding of the samurai. So of course, make sure you follow this playlist and follow their channels. Sengoku Studies just did a video on Hoseki. I didn't actually know this name. He taught me this word, and it's about artillery. Sorry, I should say more catapults and ballista and things like that. So such ballistas such as this, where the rope pulling version, and they come across, and you also have, they slung all sorts of them all over, which, like, you know, explosives, gas powders, all sorts. Now, these scrolls are from 1680. It was 1 year before the Shoninki was written. So the Shoninki and this were probably being written at the same time, and the other one is bigger and therefore took a lot longer to finish. But basically, we have a difference between the Japanese canon and the Western canon. But what the real problem is we don't really add them into our samurai training or understanding. So this becomes a big problem, guys. Not really a problem, but it's like a missing piece of cake. So you've got this cake for a birthday, and you're going to give this birthday cake to someone, but it's got no icing on it. It's not got their name on it. It's a gorgeous fill, you know, the filling's all there and the sponge is there, but there's no icing, there's no candles, there's no guests at the party. That's what's missing in the samurai. There's these little elements that are missing. So we're looking, me, Sengoku Studies especially, who's leading this year's mission on the playlist, which is called Samurai Weapons, by the way. We're trying to get people to understand how to fit in those extra pictures into the samurai. Now, we all have the idea of the samurai at the castle, and that, you know, arrows are coming down and people are committing seppuku, and, you know, a few of you might understand the differences with the different formations going on outside, or the different layers of the castle. Then those who understand where the dropping points are for the stones, then those who understand the night watches and the dark scouts start moving by, and you build those layers and it starts to get more complex. But then the artillery shots are coming in. You know what I mean? We do know they are using cannon and basically guns for you guys. Guns and big guns. They are using towards the end of the Sengoku period. And then, of course, it dries up because the government wants to control the use of guns. Guns don't leave. You ask gun samurai, they don't leave. They're not taken away. They're just restricted. And they are firmly restricted. So basically, we have to imagine the samurai with guns, but not just before the magic date of the mid-1500s. They had guns before it. They had gunpowder before it. The Mongols came with gunpowder and showed them how hand grenades work. Those things have been existing for a long time, but a trigger mechanismed matchlock or flintlocks and things like that start to come in later. And that's where we really see a difference in the use of guns in Japan, the same as you do in the West. Once the mechanical aspect is fixed on guns in the world, it really starts, and then you get machine guns, and you get like now we get hyper rapid guns that can shoot missiles out of the air, all because we understood the mechanics that need to happen. If we were still back to breech loading and you know, barrel loading and breech ignition, all that, you'd be like, we're not getting very far with this, are we? So please add this into your mental idea and make sure you watch the playlist. Now, if you're interested, guys, I'm going to be in Michigan for Samurai Day 2024, and I'm going to be doing a seminar over on November the 30th. All the information you need is going to be at the bottom of this, the pinned post of this video, and you can come along. All the information you need, the hotels you need to stay at, everything is there. Come and join me for a day of samurai activities.